There's a single word you can say to a woman that stays in her mind for days, sometimes even weeks. And no, it isn't baby. In fact, that's one of the fastest ways to drain attraction. Here's what most men miss. When you say baby, you believe you're being loving, gentle, and sweet. But what she actually experiences is predictability. She's heard it countless times from men who were overly eager, overly available, and overly soft. It doesn't ignite emotion. Instead, it quietly signals exactly what kind of man you are, and not in a way that creates intrigue. That's why interest fades. That's why distance grows, even when you feel like you're doing everything correctly. Words without emotional weight don't leave an impression. But here's the truth. The right nickname, delivered at the perfect moment with the right tone, slips past logic and reaches the subconscious. It awakens something instinctive. It makes her feel recognized in a way ordinary compliments never can. This isn't about romance. It's about being memorable. In this video, you'll learn what I call the forbidden nickname, a name that flips an emotional switch inside her, the one that sparks curiosity, creates subtle imbalance, and pulls her towards your energy. We'll break down why it works, when to use it, and how to make her crave hearing it again and again. This isn't manipulation. It's psychology rooted in composure, emotional discipline, and controlled masculinity. Let's begin. Number 1. The nicknames that quietly destroy attraction. Many men believe words like baby, sweetheart, or honey make a woman feel valued. They think it sounds affectionate, loving, maybe even seductive. But the uncomfortable reality is those nicknames don't build attraction, they weaken it. Why? Because they communicate comfort, predictability, and emotional surrender. The exact traits that reduce curiosity and desire. Imagine this. Tom, a 52-year-old accountant from Austin, began dating Lisa after his divorce. On their second date, he called her baby. She smiled politely, but didn't react much. By the third date, he repeated it again and again. What Tom didn't realize was that every time he said it, he lowered his presence. He believed he was strengthening connection, but he was dissolving tension. Lisa didn't lose interest because she was offended. She lost interest because she became bored. The issue isn't the word itself, it's the energy it communicates. When a man uses language every other man has used, it signals familiarity, and familiarity is the opposite of attraction. Attraction lives in unpredictability, contrast, and emotional tension. The moment you make her feel like she already understands you completely, she places you in the nice guy category, and nice guys rarely create obsession. Here's the psychological truth. Women respond less to the literal meaning of words and more to the emotional energy behind them. Saying baby doesn't sound powerful, it sounds dependent. It feels like a man trying to pull her closer instead of standing confidently in his own space. It quietly communicates, I need your warmth to feel validated. And that signal is rarely attractive. Now, compare that with restraint. A man who doesn't rush to assign nicknames creates tension. His silence invites curiosity. His composure makes her want to earn his affection. When he finally gives a nickname that feels rare and intentional, it carries weight because it wasn't given easily. The Stoics understood this centuries ago. Control your speech, and your mind follows. Don't speak just to fill silence. Speak when meaning exists. That's what gives words gravity. Tom's mistake wasn't caring. It was revealing it too early, too softly, and too predictably. If he had paused, held eye contact, and simply used her name, the entire dynamic would have shifted. His silence would have done more than baby ever could. The lesson is simple. Stop using language that makes you sound like every other man. Don't give affection cheaply. Speak less, and your words gain value. Let your presence communicate what your mouth doesn't, because what makes a woman obsessed isn't what you say. It's what your silence makes her feel. Number 2, the forbidden nickname that sparks fascination. Every man believes he needs the perfect word to make a woman fall for him. The truth is, it isn't about the word, it's about what the word awakens inside her. The forbidden nickname isn't cute or predictable. It feels primal. It bypasses logic and touches something deeper. the part of her that wants to feel chosen and seen by a man who doesn't beg for attention. Women respond strongly to symbolism. The forbidden nickname works because it acts like an emotional mirror. It reflects how you perceive her in a way that surprises her. Call her something like trouble, witch, or little storm, and the effect is completely different. It isn't safe. It carries playful danger. It blends challenge and recognition at the same time. That contrast is intoxicating. She feels seen and slightly challenged simultaneously. When you say baby, she feels she owns you. When you say trouble, she feels pulled into your world. She wonders what you mean, what you see in her, and why she wants to prove you right. But there's a catch. It only works if your energy is calm and grounded. If you try too hard or sound nervous, the magic disappears instantly. The power doesn't come from the word, it comes from you. Your emotional state colors everything you say. Speak from insecurity, and even strong words sound weak. Speak from composure, and even a whisper can create impact. That's why the forbidden nickname must come from stillness, not excitement. Use it sparingly, and it becomes addictive. Say it once, then wait days before using it again. That space makes the word echo in her mind. Obsession grows from scarcity, not repetition. Number 3, why baby kills desire quickly. If there's one word men should remove from their vocabulary, it's baby. It seems harmless, but in the wrong energy, it destroys attraction. Every time a man uses it, he thinks he's creating closeness. Instead, he's creating predictability, and predictability kills desire. Consider David, a financial advisor who began dating Rachel. She was initially drawn to his confidence and maturity. Over time, he started calling her baby constantly in texts, calls, and conversation. Slowly, she pulled away. When he asked why, she said, "You used to excite me. Now you just feel safe." That's the problem. Baby feels comfortable, but comfort alone lacks edge. It makes her feel adored instead of desired. And when she feels adored too soon, the power dynamic flips. Psychologically, the word places her above you. It sounds like emotional worship rather than attraction. Desire grows from tension, not emotional safety alone. When affection is constant, it loses meaning. Scarcity gives warmth its impact. Number 4, how the right word reaches her subconscious. Women respond to how words make them feel. The right word doesn't stop at her ears. It reaches her subconscious. A powerful nickname acts as a mirror. It reflects something she senses about herself, but rarely hears expressed. Call her trouble, and she feels teased, yet understood. Call her storm, and she becomes aware of her intensity and your awareness of it. These aren't labels. They're emotional triggers wrapped in language. Timing and presence matter more than vocabulary. Speak from calm authority, and even a single word leaves a lasting impression. Number 5, timing is everything. The perfect word loses power if spoken at the wrong moment. Most men fail not because of the word, but because of timing. They say it too early or repeat it too often. The forbidden nickname must be rare, unexpected, and surrounded by silence. Say it during a playful challenge or teasing moment, then say nothing afterward. Let the silence do the work. Repetition kills mystery. Scarcity fuels curiosity. Number 6, mystery fuels attraction. If you want her thinking about you long after you're gone, stop trying to be fully understood. Curiosity sustains attraction. When she feels she knows everything about you, interest fades. Mystery isn't about playing games. It's about emotional control. Reveal yourself gradually. Let her imagination fill the gaps. Number 7, speak to emotion, not logic. Women don't fall for explanations. They fall for feelings. Facts engage the mind. Emotion creates memory. Speak in ways that evoke sensations, not just information. The forbidden nickname works because it triggers emotion rather than analysis. Number 8, name her energy, not her needs. Women don't want you to explain what they want. They want you to recognize what they feel. When you name her energy, you show awareness without analysis. That makes her feel seen without feeling exposed. And that's the real secret behind the forbidden nickname. It isn't just a word, it's a reflection of presence, timing, restraint, and emotional awareness working together.